What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. So, instead of watching the Lucian Bute versus Jean Pascal fight again, it just wasn't one of those fights where a lot of times I watch these fights live and I'll immediately revisit it if I have a little bit of extra time. But to me, it wasn't the type of fight. It was pretty one sided for the most part, barring the championship rounds, maybe the last two rounds. Pretty one sided. And I was waiting early on, like the first round or two, I was waiting for the tension to just boil over, and it never really did until, like I said, the last two rounds. So instead, I decided to talk about this, which is something I was already going to do, and I'm not watching that motherfucker fight again right now. So Amir Khan tweeted this: "We all still waiting." Horrible English, but we all still waiting. Trust me, it's not my fault. He put with an exclamation mark. One could only infer or assume that he's talking about Khan versus Mayweather, i.e., Mayweather making up his decision as to who he will be fighting when he fights next in May. And he also said this: "Good sparring with Angulo today. Felt like I've not been away from the ring long." Um, which is surprising. I mean, obviously, they're part of Virgil Hunter's stable, so I knew he would probably spar with Mayfield and Angulo, but Angulo's a solid puncher, so they must have some extra padding on that gear for Amir Khan because, like I said, we all know his chin is shaky. So I don't know. I would hate to see that fight with no headgear. Anyway, as far as this fight, we're all still waiting. That's true. Waiting on Mayweather's decision. What do you guys think? Do you think it will be Amir Khan? Personally, I think the game plan was Khan. I think the game plan has been Khan for quite some time. When Mayweather's in jail after the Cotto fight, I think this is a fight that they released to the public that they were looking forward to making. Somebody visited Mayweather in jail after the Cotto fight when he was in jail, and I remember some report where he was saying they're open to a Khan fight and trying to make the fight, and it just so happened Khan looked suspect in his fight with Danny Garcia and had to rebuild a bit. So now, fast forward to the future, I think it's a money fight that they were looking forward to making, and the only downside is ever since the Lamont Peterson fight, I mean, you could say Bradis Prescott, but Amir Khan definitely picked himself off the ground and rebuilt his career. But after the Lamont Peterson fight, it kind of ended Amir Khan's reign because he lost his next fight with Danny Garcia, and he did good against Carlos Molina, but that's no one really gave him much credit for pulling the guy up with no punching power. Then he looked suspect in the Julio Diaz, so everything's been on the downslide for Amir Khan, and I think that faltered and kind of created problems because the public spoke out saying, "Hey, fuck this. We don't want to see Amir Khan versus Mayweather just because Khan hasn't done anything at welterweight to even deserve this fight. He's really skipping over people." So honestly, I think this was a fight that they were going to force upon the public, but the outcry for the fight is so vast and so many people are up in arms about this fight that they're contemplating other options. So that's honestly what I think is happening from Floyd Mayweather. It was a fight they were going to do, and the response, because whether you think we have a voice or not, the YouTube boxing community, these boxing websites, word gets around, you know what I mean? Instagram, social media. Floyd Mayweather may not just be going through, you know what I mean, all these boxing hypes or visiting my channel or not, or whatnot, but him, his advisor, somebody pays attention, and they're probably in his ear like, yo, this fight, a lot of people are complaining about it. So I honestly think that's why we're still in limbo and don't know who he's going to fight. They're deciding if this fight can be made. I don't think there's really any other holdup. Amir Khan, this will obviously be the biggest payday of his career, and he's had some decent paydays, but anytime the guys that have fought Floyd Mayweather, Robert Guerrero, Victor Ortiz, they've always had the best payday of their career when they fought him. So I don't think money's an issue like Timothy Bradley and Pacquiao. They're saying Timothy Bradley wants $8 to $10 million, and they don't want to pay him that. So I don't think money's an issue in terms of Amir Khan is not content with his purse. And as he said in this tweet, he says, "We're all waiting. It's not my fault." So I don't really think the purse on in terms of Amir Khan's end is going to play a factor. If anything, I think they're either spicing it up, like making, well, not making, but trying to make the Mayweather fight take place outside of Vegas, which is Mayweather's quote unquote comfort zone. So even if he does fight Khan, I think there's going to be some kind of big plot twist. Like, it's not just going to be like, oh, I'm fighting Amir Khan at the MGM. I think if he does fight Khan, they're going to have him face him in England, or they're trying to put together something massive, like have him fight at the Barclays, somewhere outside of his comfort zone, if he's going with Khan. If not, I think he's going to select another opponent altogether. And that's just my speculation. There's no like backing. This is just what I think. I don't think it's going to be as cliche. It just seems like we've waited too long for it just to be cliche, for it just to be like, oh, fighting Amir Khan at MGM. If it does happen and that's it, there's no other stipulations, no catch weight, no nothing. It's just straight cut and dry. Amir Khan, Las Vegas at welterweight. I'd be really shocked. So I think there's more to it. They're working on something. I think they're working on something big. I just have this inkling. Hopefully they release this bullshit soon so we know if this is the fight. And hey, like I said, I have nothing against Amir Khan. I just think he hasn't earned that payday right now. I understand boxing is a business. Boxing is a business. I say it. Everyone on YouTube or whatever, when they talk, they say boxing is a business. But there's other business fights that make a whole hell of a lot of sense that people will probably support a little bit more based on what these other fighters have done in recent memory. So let me know what you guys think. What is the deal? Do you think Khan and Mayweather is just going to get signed and that's it? Do you think it's a big surprise like me? Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys. But as far as Amir Khan, he says it is not on his end. So leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.